What is going on, friends, families, and strangers on the interwebs? I'm here today to talk about a wonderful movie that I fell in love with called The Walk. It stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Philippe Petit. This movie takes place in France in 1972. I absolutely love this movie. I'll tell you why. Like in my last video, I mentioned that it was a little artsy, and it was. The whole independent film thing kind of throws me off. I'm more into the action right up front, blockbuster hits. And now I wish I saw this movie in IMAX 3D. There's some scenes in this movie that will make you sick. Now I know talking about the World Trade Centers can be a touchy subject, but even Philippe Petit said, everyone knows the tragedy of the World Trade Centers. Everyone knows the tragedy of 9/11. But the beauty of this movie is that it takes place way before that, when you get to see the World Trade Center when it was a gem, when it was fresh, it was new, just built, and they're still actually working on building on it. It wasn't completed building until 1976, or I believe 1978. Tragedy aside, let's talk about the movie. Philippe Petit is just a little kid, and he walks into a circus and sees a tightrope act. From that point, everything changes. He tries to find a place to put his tightrope anywhere he can, and it becomes an obsession. One day, someone gives him a piece of candy. He takes a bite, and he gets very, very bad toothache. So he goes to a dentist, and while he's at that dentist, he sees a magazine of the newly built World Trade Centers. From that point on, he knows he has to tightrope across the World Trade Centers. Now at this point, he goes and gets a team. Now I won't go into too much detail about the team. You're gonna have to check this movie out for yourself. Now I rented this movie on Blu-ray on a 32-inch screen TV. There were some points in the movie where I was getting dizzy, I was getting sick, I couldn't look at the screen, I was like, no way, I can't do this, and heights don't even bother me. Now, I can't even imagine seeing this movie in IMAX 3D. There were actual reports of people going in and seeing this movie in IMAX 3D, and they were getting sick. People had to leave the movie theater, ambulances were being called, people were throwing up, people were getting dizzy, people were fainting. Now, on about the performance with Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Philippe Petit. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like the new Johnny Depp to me. I think he can perform any piece that he wants to. He's a flawless actor. He has a great French accent in this. He looks the part, and he just does an overall great performance in this movie. Now, I highly recommend you go to your local Redbox, or you go on demand, or wherever you get your movies, and get this movie in the highest quality format that you can to really appreciate the beauty that this movie is. I'm going to post a link of the trailer in the detail section below, so check it out. It's a great movie. Again, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys next time.